Welcome back. All right, so this season, on top of doing power rankings by teams, I think it's fun to rank players. And what better place to start than goaltenders? So, using a combination of advanced stats and regular stats, I wanted to rank goaltenders. I was only going to rank 10. And then I was like, no, it has to be 12. There are 12 goaltenders I want to talk about today. Ranked in an order I came up with. I will give you guys the numbers as well that I used for this. And so, yeah, this is not like I'm not tracking this every night. I don't have a power rankings board with goalie faces on it or anything. But number 12 on the list, so we'll go ahead and jump right in. At number 12 is Alex Lyon. So Alex Lyon currently 6.57 goals saved above expected. That's an incredible number. He is 2-2, 940 save percentage. So again, he's 2-2-0, 940 save percentage, and goals saved above expected 6.57. Now, I used a different site. I didn't use Money Puck for this. I used Evolving Hockey. So I do switch up which sites I use at times, and this is one of those examples. But Alex Lyon, number 12. Really good numbers. Smaller sample size than some of the other guys on the board, and I felt like 12 was the right place for him at this point. Number 11. So there's a Nashville logo, so you know what's coming next, right? So it's going to be UC Saros. Now, UC Saros' numbers, it depends on what you're looking at here. Now, his goals saved above expected, 3.55. His save percentage currently is at 905. I did that upside down. Just ignore that I did that upside down. His record goes first. I got to make sure I put this all in the right order. So 905 save percentage, goals saved above expected, 3.55. And this is where me watching the games as I have been makes a difference. I think Saros has played really well lately. So while his overall numbers aren't great, I think that Saros is playing pretty darn well. And so I'm putting him at number 11, just ahead of Alex Lyon. And this is why I had to go to 12, because I felt like Lyon had to be on this list. And so did UC Saros. At number 10, Minnesota Wild logo goes on the board. Yeah. There you go, Minnesota Wild. And it is Philip Gustafson. Despite the great ovation given to Marc-Andre Fleury last night in Pittsburgh and everything, Fleury does not get on this list. So for Gustafson, his record currently is 4-1-1. His save percentage is 922. And goals saved above expected, meaning in all these situations, you would expect this amount of goals. Again, with high danger and everything else, his goal saved above expected is 2.24. But again, 4-1-1, 922 save percentage. The numbers for Gustafson have been good, and I think he's providing a really solid and steadying presence in the net for a Minnesota team that needs that. Right now, they look like they could be a playoff team this year. Most did not expect that. So, yeah, kind of fun when the teams you don't expect to make the playoffs do get in there. Number 9, a Vancouver goaltender. Not really a surprise a Vancouver goaltender would be on the board, but it's Kevin Lankinen. Now, Lankinen's numbers are very good. 4-0-2 record. His save percentage is currently 920. Goals saved above expected, 3.13. So I'll write in again here. GSAX. I won't write that for all of them, but I'll write it for a few, so that if somebody skips to the end, they're not going, that goals against average is wrong. It's goals saved above expected. But 3.13 is a good number. Lankinen's been really good for a Canucks team that needs him, because we still don't know when Demko's coming back. We're not into if territory, but I don't know how far we have to go before we're like, so if he comes back? So, yeah, Lankinen, number 9 on the list. Number 8. And it's weird to see this goaltender in number 8, because he definitely should be higher than that. And honestly, early in the season, his numbers were not great. So Andrei Vasilevsky gets to number 8, because recently I think his play's been better. His record is good at 5-3-0. So they've been scoring enough to offset when he hasn't necessarily had a great game. 905 save percentage. He has saved 1.88 goals saved above expected. So his goals saved above expected is the lowest you're going to see on the board again, but I do think that he is trending in the right direction. I will be interested to see how things go tonight because they're against Colorado. I would assume he's playing against Colorado, and I do think those numbers are going to get better. Maybe he just, wasn't quite in the groove to start the season, but he's looked pretty darn good over the last few games. Number 7 on the list. I did not expect this goaltender to be here at all, really. So the Vegas Golden Knights, and it's not Adin Hill. I added an N to Elias Samsonov's first name because I said Aiden, so there's an N in that. There is an N in Samsonov, though. So Elias Samsonov's numbers so far have been really good. 3-0-1 record, .932 save percentage, goal saved above expected, 6.48. Those numbers are insane. Those numbers are ridiculous. I think it's the best start he's had to a season in his career, going back to his time in Washington as well as in Toronto. And, it's weird because I do consider there to be a lot of pressure in Vegas, but you measure anything against Toronto, it seems a lot less. And I do think that the relationship Vegas fans have with their players, I think that benefits them on the ice. I do. They're almost treated like family in Vegas. So Samsonov seems to be thriving in this situation in Las Vegas. And between Samsonov and Hill, they're getting the goaltending they need when they need it. So, yeah, number 7 on the board, Elias Samsonov. Number 6, didn't expect a Toronto goaltender to necessarily be on the board early in the season either. But Anthony Stolarz has been quite good. Just as you would expect looking at his numbers in Florida last year and then his numbers in Anaheim the year before. He's honestly had a good couple of seasons, just in locations where people aren't necessarily paying as much attention. Now, for Stolarz, his record currently sits at 4-2-1. His save percentage is sitting at .916. It's taken a bit of a hit, I think, over the last week. But his goals saved above expected, 6.81. So again, I'll just write GSAX. Goals saved above expected, like anybody can read it that small. I can, but nobody else watching this can. But yeah, 6.81 goals saved above expected. Stolarz, absolutely excellent run he's been on for Toronto. And so we'll see if that continues. But so far this season, he has looked quite good. Number 5 on the board. I'm not surprised Connor Hellebuyck gets on the board, but mildly surprised that it's not higher up. I do think Hellebuyck, by the end of the season, will be top 3. I'd be kind of surprised if he's not. Hellebuyck so far this season is 6-1. .925 save percentage. So it's not like he's playing badly. He's really not. His goals saved above expected, 5.47. So again, that's, in high danger situations and everything, he is saving 5.47 goals saved above expected. So if he continues on that at that trend, some of the guys in the top 4 probably don't keep going the way that they've been going, and Hellebuyck just ends up going up the board. So Hellebuck's been very good when the Winnipeg Jets have needed him to be. They have suffered their first loss of the season. We'll see how they bounce back from that against Detroit. Maybe it's Hellebuyck in line, 2 of the top 12, against one another in that game. But yeah, Hellebuyck, number 5. Number 4. So Jake Ottinger, I think, is off to the best start in a season of his career. I've talked about it before, how Ottinger can be really good in the playoffs. And he can be really good in the regular season too. But it's the consistency. Consistency's been an issue, but maybe that's no longer an issue. He's 5-1 this season, .938 save percentage, and 9.88 goal saved above expected. So, yeah, Ottinger's had himself quite the start to the season. A lot of fun to watch, and when he's on, he is one of the best goalies in the league. And you know what I didn't do? And maybe in future videos I'll do that too. Even include the cap hit for the goaltenders. So we could say, hey, look, this team's getting great value for their cap hits. This team's getting what they should get with that cap hit, right? So with Ottinger, 9.88 goals saved above expected. That number is excellent. As my rabbit knocks down some markers and some others. Let me just take care of that. All right, I'll clean that up after. Okay, so we're into the top 3. And number 3 might be a surprise to some, but from Carolina, I know nobody calls him Frederick. I know it's just Freddie, but his name is Frederik Andersen. So we'll put Frederik Andersen on the board. Andersen's 3-1-0, 941 save percentage, and where is it? There it is. Andersen also has 9.88 goals saved above expected. So almost, well, identical number to Ottinger, just played a couple of less games, has a little bit better save percentage. And so I give Andersen a little bit of an edge over Ottinger, but both of them have been quite good this season. So Freddie Andersen ends up number 3 on the board, which leaves us with 2. Number 2 on the board, not really a surprise. Igor has had a strong start, and this is after last night's game too. So last night's game did not negatively impact his numbers much at all. Shesterkin right now has a record of 4-2-1, 923 save percentage, and 11.27 goals saved above expected. So remarkable numbers from Igor thus far this season. And for the New York Rangers, they do not have to worry about their goaltending. Oh, unless they don't get him signed. That's the one thing. They have to sign Igor, keep him around, because even though I see people say, oh, he's not that great, he's not worth that much, I would argue that he is. And I would argue that he can be that good, and the Rangers need to pay Shesterkin. Not necessarily whatever he wants, but, negotiate in good faith, give him a fair deal, make sure that you're taken care of from a salary cap standpoint going forward. But yeah, Igor is worth the money. So number 1, and did I telegraph this? A bit. I've been very excited to watch Lukas Dostal and his development. I know we went to an Anaheim game, not this past season, I think it was the season before. I think I've seen Dostal play live twice, and both times I've been very impressed with Dostal's playing style. Now, they didn't play in the NHL. I've never been a scout for the NHL. I just thought he was a very good goaltender in what I saw in person. And then on TV, he's been excellent as well. His record currently is 4-2-1. His save percentage is not sustainable at 943. His goals saved above expected, a ridiculous 11.9. So that means that every game he plays, almost 2 goals per game, he is saving that other goaltenders, average goaltenders, by this metric likely wouldn't. So it's been a pretty strong run for Dostal. He is pulling the Ducks to a good record. No matter what he has to do, he's going to do it apparently. And so Dostal gets number 1 on the first power rankings I've done of goaltenders. I do reserve the right, though, to do forwards, defensemen, and all that other fun stuff. So there you go, 1 through 12. And using both advanced stats and normal conventional stats to try to bring that point across. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.